Your body carries you. It is your vessel through which you experience life in the physical realm. There is a saying, you are not your mind, you are not your body, you are not your emotions. Though it is true, it does not mean we disown the body or pretend it does not exist. The body is still an important part of our human experience, and it deserves care, awareness, kindness, compassion, love, connection. I've realized that many people live disconnected from their bodies. The mind and the body can almost feel as though they are fighting or going against each other instead of working together as a team. The mind may push, rush, control, override what the body is communicating. The body in return may respond with tension, exhaustion, numbness, resistance, emotional reactions, or even protective mechanism because it no longer feels safe or heard. The mind may not trust the body, and the body may not trust the mind because they are constantly going against each other. The goal is not for one to dominate the other, but for them to work together in alignment, coherence, trust, safety, and balance. And this is to be built. It's gradual work. Your body is always communicating with you. Your body loves you, supports you, it protects you, and is waiting for you to build a healthy relationship with it. The body has its own intelligence. It communicates through sensations, emotions, tensions, cravings, fatigues, intuition, dreams, impulses, and subtle feelings that many of us ignore because we are constantly rushing or disconnecting from the present moment. I started building a communication with my body by simply talking to it. I would ask questions like, what do you need today? What food would nourish you? Do you need to rest? What are you trying to communicate with me? What emotions are you holding? Do you feel safe? Or even by simply getting up in the morning, I will talk to my body. Good morning, my beautiful body. Good morning, my love. Thank you for allowing me to have this experience for today. And at first, I did not feel or hear any responses, but I didn't give up. I continued speaking to my body with kindness, patience, and gratitude. I started saying affirmations and creating a sense of emotional safety within myself over time. And I became more aware of the subtle ways my body was communicating. One of the biggest things I've learned was how to slow down. I began observing myself during simple, mundane moments, brushing my teeth, cooking, cleaning, showering, eating, or even walking. I noticed how much tension I carried while doing ordinary tasks. My shoulders would tense up, my muscles would tighten, I would rush through everything because my mind always wanted to move to the next task. And even if there's no next task, it was like the normal thing to rush and not being in the present moment, and my body tense up automatically rather than being fully present with what I was doing. When brushing my teeth, I noticed I was rushing. When cooking or cleaning, it felt like a chore. I needed to finish quickly rather than an experience I could be present with. even with exercises. And because my nervous system operates differently, the hormones and like the cycles that I am in, sometimes my body does not want to do any exercises, but I would push through it rather than listen. Now I intentionally slow down as much as I can. When I shower, I allow myself to feel the warmth of the water, the sensations on my skin, the aroma of the soap, and the experience of caring for my body. When I drink tea or coffee, I hold the cup, feel the warmth, smell the aroma, and truly taste it. And when I eat, I try not to hold my phone. Instead of rushing through food in 2 or 3 minutes, I slow down, savor the experience, and notice whether my body feels full, nourished, or satisfied. The idea is to reconnect with the senses and become anchored in the present moment through the body. Touch has also was healing for me. Still, touching your body gently, placing awareness on it, or simply caressing your arms, your face, your stomach with kindness, compassion, love, and really feel the sensations can help create a sense of bonding, grounding, comfort, and emotional safety. Before I go to sleep, I sometimes place my awareness on my body and speak gratitude to it, and I affirm I am grateful my body is beginning to feel safer. I am grateful my body is learning to relax. I am grateful we are rebuilding trust together. When I first started, but then I changed the affirmations. I also discovered creative ways to connect with my body. For an example, through painting. Even though I don't know how to paint, I allow my body to choose colors, shapes, movements. Sometimes I paint with my hands or fingers because it feels grounding and expressive. Dance, movement, learning new skills, mindful walks, aromatherapy, and sensory experiences are also ways to reconnect with the body. When I walk, I try to enter a meditative state where I become aware of seeing, smelling, hearing, touching, and observing. I allow myself to truly experience the moment rather than rushing through it mentally. Slowing down helps create a deeper feeling of safety, regulation, grounding, and stability within the nervous system. I also noticed that many emotions seem connected to the physical sensations within the body. In some holistic traditions, such as traditional Chinese medicine, emotions are associated with different organs and energy pathways called meridians. For an example, anger and frustration are often associated with liver and those traditions. This is how I discovered pressure points and began using them. When I would feel strong emotions such as frustration, anger, sadness, tension, or emotional heaviness, I would ask myself, where is this sitting in my body? What organ or area feels connected to this emotion? If I didn't know, I would search online which organ is associated with emotion according to the traditional Chinese medicine. For an example, when I search about anger and frustration, I learned that in the traditional Chinese medicine, those emotions are connected to the liver. Then I would search the pressure point I should search the pressure point and connect that connected to the liver. I would look at the diagrams and the pictures showing different points on the body. Instead of forcing or intellectually choosing a point, I would let my body guide me toward which pressure point felt right, safe, or resonate the most. And like for how long. And at first, I needed to search everything manually, which organ is connected with that emotion, or where are the pressure points, how long should I press, or how many times should I repeat it. But over time, I began feeling as though my body communicated these more naturally and intuitively. My body would guide me towards certain areas, sensations, or points that felt like they needed attention. When doing pressure points, I try to slow down, breathe, relax, and place my awareness fully into the sensation. For an example, I had a grief holding on into my lungs, and I would do the pressure points and it wouldn't release as well. There was something is missing, a key point. And then my body told me, I need an affirmation. I need your acceptance. And then I was crying and I told my body, I love you and I accept you, even though you're carrying these emotions, even though you are burdened with these emotions. I still love you. I still accept you unconditionally. And when I started saying that, I started to release. So there is the idea of the meridians or energetic pathways flowing through the body. To me, it feels similar to how electricity flows through wires. If a wire is blocked or disconnected, the light flickers or does not turn on properly. In the same symbolic way, I imagine emotional tension, stress, or energetic heaviness creating resistance within the body. When the pressure points release tension, I visualize the energy moving more smoothly, steadily, and harmoniously again. Sometimes while doing this work, I imagine releasing the energy into the earth, allowing it to dissolve. For me, releasing is not about force, releasing is allowing. It is creating enough safety for the body to finally express what it has been holding. Sometimes emotions arise through tears, sensations, shaking, muscle tension, spasms, movement, the need to vocalize things. The body will trust and feeling safe even more and can express all of this with time. And sometimes my body jolts or twists or stretches or move in a certain ways, almost as if it is unwinding tension physically. If I feel the need to cry, shout into a pillow, move, stretch, or breathe deeply, I allow it safely because my body feels more safe to do so and trust me. When these moments happen, I thank my body for trusting me enough to feel, express, and release. I also try to remain grounded and balanced. What matters most to me is rebuilding trust with the body instead of living disconnected from it. The body is not the enemy, the mind is not the enemy. They are both parts of us, asking for awareness, compassion, communication, safety, and balance. And the more I slow down, listen, and become present, I activate my senses and allow instead of force, the more connected and grounded emotionally, aware, and aligned I feel within myself. And sometimes I would forget. I will go back to old patterns and habits, and I would come back. And know this, that's okay. That's okay. It's a skill to build. It's a gradual work. You are more than capable and able of doing it. And don't forget your heart. Your heart has its own conditions and programs as well as the mind. Talk to your heart and see what programs and conditions it carries. After doing all these exercises and building that trust and safety with my body and that healthy communication, for an example, when I had a deficiency of vitamin D, my body told me that. And as I did a blood test, I did have a deficiency of vitamin D. Today, I dreamt about getting more iron into my diet. My body communicate that with me as well. My body communicate with me that I have heavy metals as I dreamt there was heavy metals are getting out of my body. So the lymphatic system as well. Now even food. If my body needs some type of food, I will see images or I will have cravings. If I'm carrying a emotional heaviness or burdens in my body will tell me where is storing that heaviness, and it will tell me the story, what it is carrying and what happened and why did it store it there exactly, and it will tell me if it's ready to release or not, if it needs that safe space for it until it releases. My body will let me know. And even the pressure points, now I don't need to go online and search. My body will show me images and I will feel it. I will know it, matter of fact. And like it's communicating with me in my mind, like somebody's talking in my mind and it's telling me it's carrying in what organ, what type of emotions, and where is the pressure points without me even searching about it.